tower again. Well, it's boring as fuck. So yeah, I'ma just fix my buildings, make my dispenser level 3, and that's just it. That's almost every engineer on a tower that's gonna do. So yeah, it's boring as fuck. But I can't cap since the soldiers won't even cap the second point. So yeah, not my problem. Well, I'ma kill you so my build doesn't get destroyed, and you're not here. Let me check the other side. Annie's here. Gotcha. You thought you can destroy my entry? I mean, exit? Nope, you can't. Well, that's it. It's kinda boring. Oh shit, wait, where's the demo? Oh no, oh no. Shoot my dispenser. No, 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 no. Shoot my sentry. The next thing happened I died. I accidentally pressed stop recording, so there was no footage. But I like playing engineer, obviously. And I'm not alone. Engineer is a very popular class because it was newly released. So yeah, everyone is starting to play it now, which is great. What did the actual? It's because engineer is. But that's clearly not true if you play it right. I mean, sometimes being the only engineer on your team can be one of the most stressful experiences of your entire life, and it should be. I mean, when you're the guy running all these other guys and being able to move freely around the map, I mean, what do you expect? But I get it. When people say engineer is boring or whatever, what they really mean is that he's a background character. It doesn't really feel like you participate in the actual game that everyone else is playing because you have work to do, you have stuff to build, you have things to maintain, and you know that is just complete. Battle engineer! Man, you saw the title of this video, you clicked on it. Battle engineer! And here's the thing. You probably think you know what a battle engineer is, right? It's, where you use the gunsling and spam mini sentences so a scout will stop shooting you. That's it. No. No, dude. Battle engineer is not a loadout. It's not even a subclass, man. You people have your mind stuck in the past. You're a slave to the metagame, bro. I'm being 100% serious. When I say battle engineer is not the weapons you equip, it's not the buildings you neglect. Battle engineer is a playstyle. It's a mindset. You saw the title of this video, you can see how long is it. So buckle up, gamers. This is the ultimate guide to battle engineer. The first thing that usually comes up when it's implied that battle is a legitimately viable playstyle is the question, you're just a light class shooting people with a shotgun, so why don't you just play scout instead? Well, it's a good question actually, because engineer's shotgun does less damage than a scatter gun, and the engine is considerably slower than a scout is. But scout serves a very specific purpose and it hardly deviates from it. The battle engine playstyle is sort of like a dynamic scan that can quickly switch between defending and attacking depending on the situation, but also simultaneously maintaining that supportive role. The specifics will be elaborated upon during this video, but for now, let's just say battle engineer is valuable when you don't just approach it exactly how you would if you were just playing scout. The engineer is designed to construct buildings, and working those buildings and into the battle engineer playstyle is exactly what makes it unique, exciting, and valuable. Which is why the very first thing that I want to talk about is this. Do not neglect your buildings. Not only they make the engineer considerably stronger, but they greatly help your team, which in turn helps you. The sentry gun is not only a fantastic air denial and defensive tool, but it is also the extra DPS that the battle engineer needs to go toe to toe with anyone who challenges him directly. The dispenser is not only a fantastic defensive support building, but it is also serves as your very own health pack and ammo pack that you can retreat to when you need topping off. And the teleporter is not only the building that wins games for your entire team, but it also solves the issue of engineers' limited mobility. Buildings are what make the engineer the engineer, so always remember this acronym when playing Battle NG. A, B, C. Got it? Okay, so the way engineer is normally played can be considered the ultimate multitasker, right? And Battle NG is no different. You should always be present on the front lines when you can, but you should also be doing your chores at the same time. This means not only you should ABC always be constructing, you should be maintaining your buildings when you have a chance, and you should also be as aware of the point as normally would if you're playing level 3 engineer. The battle engineer can create space just as effectively as any other combat class can as long as you play your cards right, and there's no reason why you should able to cap or stopping them from capping when the opportunity presents itself. Overall, the point I'd like to drive home before we get into the nitty gritty of playing Battle Engineer in this video is this. Don't forget you're still an engineer and you have a class role to uphold. Actually, don't think of it like you're doing chores. It's honestly a bad way of looking at because it implies that it's something that you should be doing, but it's really not. Utilizing all of your buildings is the secret to the power of the battle engineer playstyle, and once you understand that, you already become more better than the rest of the engineers on your team. A big part of the battle engineer mindset is concept of unchaining yourself to the usual nesting mentality. And engineer nest is as recognizable as any other iconic part of TF2. It's an area where an NG has all of his buildings, sentry, dispenser, and teleporter within easy reach, usually never leaving his sight so he can constantly focus on maintaining them. And by the way, this is a totally legitimate and effective way to play engineer and defense because it's inherently a strictly defensive playstyle, which makes total sense. Because engineers list as defense class in the menu alongside Gemman and Heavy. So with the Battle NG playstyle, aims to do is expand the engineer's horizon from exclusively defensive shot-in, who lets his buildings do all of the work, to a defensively offensive explorer who uses his buildings in combination with his primary and secondary weapons in order to be more present in team fights and flank routes. Whose quote-unquote nest is ever-changing and constantly being repositioned to benefit the moment-to-moment situation. It's a pretty simple concept, and being defensively offensive means you're constantly moving your bubble of influence to assist you and your team. Such as putting your sentry in a position that covers a common staging area that the enemy would use to attack the control point, and using that confusion associated suddenly encountering a sentry gun in a forward area to attack from a second angle with your actual gun. As you can see, we are about to win. I put a level 2 sentry there so I can defend the point and anyone that tries to challenge it. As you can see, they are capping it, so, and we outnumbered them. I'm trying to collect metal so I can make it level 3 or just fix it. And as you can see, they are about to cap it and greatly capping it. So, I rush to the point. They trying to stop me, but they can't. Why would they want to stop me when I have the perfect wingman on my back? Constantly employing your sentry gun to make space for yourself while you wreak havoc within that space you've created is exactly what playing defensively offensive means. Using your gun and your quote-unquote gun to output more consistent DPS against enemies who are unprepared to exist within that spontaneous bubble of influence. The typical engineer nest is anything but spontaneous. A level 3 sentry gun is difficult to move safely, so they usually remain in the same place, making them trivial to avoid and pretty easy to coordinate against. But when you actively play defensively offensive, the predictability of where you or your sentry gun will be in any given moment is reduced to zero. Instead of waiting for the enemy to come to you with the advantage of knowing what they're about to deal with, you're instead waiting for the enemy to end up in your domain when they are not expecting, and they have two sources of damage to deal with. This is the core of what the battle engineer is all about, and it is important to understand this before you can apply the rest of the things that we plan on going over in this guide. But there is just one more thing before we start talking about the specifics. Okay, medic, let's go. Let's kill them. Let's go. Go. Wait, aren't you following me? Let's go.
Go, go, go!
No!
When the last light warms the rock.
Okay, Alright, this guy is healing me. Okay, let's go. Okay, oh shit, I'm about to die. Oh shit. Wait, medic, where'd you go? What? Medic, what? Why?